Stakeholders in the nation's menstrual hygiene ecosystem have called for stronger government intervention to combat period poverty and promote proper hygiene during menstruation. The call comes amid a surge in period poverty and the growing inaccessibility of affordable menstrual products, particularly among vulnerable communities. Trust TV's Nuel Samson has more in this story.
Menstrual hygiene refers to the practices and measures taken to maintain cleanliness and health during menstruation. These include using appropriate menstrual hygiene products, proper disposal of these products, and maintaining overall cleanliness of the genital area. The lack of these menstrual hygiene products is what leads to period poverty, which has negative impacts on individuals' physical and mental health, as well as their social and economic well-being. In Nigeria, around 37 million women and girls face period poverty, lacking access to affordable menstrual hygiene products. This forces many to rely on safe alternatives, increasing health risks and limiting opportunities. The annual cost of sanitary pads per individual ranges between 47,000 and 142,000 naira depending on brand and usage, raising important questions about potential government intervention.
30 million girls that are in school do not have access to pads, do not have access to menstrual hygiene services. So I think that government's role is to ensure that there are water, there are toilets in these schools, but also to work with companies to reduce the prices of reusable pads and even just the ordinary pads. Because we cannot say we would develop as a country without tackling period poverty. But most importantly, we also need to raise awareness. This is not just about women and girls. This is also about men. And for men who are allies in this campaign, we're husband, we're father, we're brothers, we're uncles. And if we have this knowledge and information, we can ensure that we guide and support our women, our children, and our girls, most importantly.
First of all, we are grateful for the new tax reform that has taken off VAT off sanitary products. Really grateful for that. Out of everything in the new reform, that really held my heart. Now, if the government can empower companies that make reusable pads, it will go a long way. Because if I have to menstruate at 8,006 a month, and then we have to multiply that by 12, that's almost 100,000. Even over 100,000, I don't know, thereabouts a month. Why? When I have reusable pads that I can use for 3-4 years. If the government can partner with organizations, companies that make reusable pads, and they can produce and give people access to it for free.
Meanwhile, with agitations by women to stay away from work during their menstrual flow, stakeholders spoke on why organizations should or should not yield to the demand.
Why not? Go to work. If you are bleeding and we already give you a reusable pad to take your flow, go to work. Go and function like a normal human being.
There are two factors that doesn't enable them to go to work or go to school, which is the physical pain that comes to it, and then the access to this reusable pads. So once that part of the access to the reusable pads or to pads have been handled, then by all means go. But if for any reason there's a physiological or physical restriction to being able to function properly, such as serious dysmenorrhea, which is pain, period pains, or some emotional stress, then you cannot have a time back at home. That's when it is allowed.
As part of efforts to help stop period poverty in the country, Connected Development and Human X have signed an MOU to distribute reusable pads nationwide for the next 18 months. Nuel, Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.